noticed.
Can you believe it? I just got the damn thing fixed. It was handed down to me by my great-grandfather. Not that I'm not appreciative, but the stupid thing cost me more than it's worth. Right. You're not interested. Okay. So we get down to business.
Well, we are ready if you're ready.
Grant, you call this meeting. It's not too late to back out.
No, let's get it over with.
All right. The first name. The operative who instructed you to the Dorchester Hotel in London.
What now? Really? Excuse me, gentlemen. I have some press people out here who just won't go away until they get some word. Can I
Let me handle it. Listen, this will just be a second, gentlemen. Okay, just put a cap on it. This is a police station. We're trying to conduct a bit of business around here.
Word's come down that your boy's gonna start naming some names.
Is he still in there, or have you moved him down to Washington? He's still here. He's going to stay here.
Well, what's he saying? Is he talking?
Anything Mr. Chernin is saying is in the strictest of confidence. The public has a right to know. The man's a spy. Yeah, well, that's going to be too bad. Because there'll be no formal statements until his testimony has been checked out by the U.S. Attorney.
And how long will that be?
That, I'm afraid, is up to Mr. Chernin. A few members of the beloved press, I'm sorry for the interruption.
May we continue?
Please.
All right. The London operative. Come on, let's have it.
Toporov.
Spell it.
I
got it. T-O-P-O-R-O-F-F.
You know him?
He's a low-priority suspect. Been watching him for years off and on now. Recently connected with a revolution in South America. Fourth, maybe fifth man down on a totem pole. He's DBX, all right. Not a big one.
Still, it's a start.
Not much. There's a problem.
You said he was the suspect. Is that part of the problem?
He went home 2 months ago.
From something to nothing, just like that.
Did you know he was back in the homeland?
I suspected it.
So you knew that name was useless to us in the first place.
Sir, you asked me a question and I gave you a name. I can't promise you that you're going to find him waiting for you on the nearest street corner.
All right. But I'm warning you, Chernin. Any more useless names, you may find yourself in worse trouble than you were before.
That's a consoling piece of news. I didn't realize it could get any worse.
All right. Now, the operative who placed you in Port Charles. Now, somebody had to arrange that switch. Who was it?
Mivich. M-I-V-I-C-H.
First name?
I don't know a name. The initials are A.I.
Gentlemen?
New one to me.
Me too. Never heard of him.
No, I guess I'll toss that in a WSB computer and see what comes out. See you shortly.
Right.
Please.
All right, Mr. Chernin. While we're waiting, why don't you tell us everything you know about Comrade Mivich?
The spy talks today.
Medium height, heavy set.
Any distinguishing marks? Facial characteristics?
He's dark. He sometimes wears a beard. He sometimes a mustache. Sometimes he's clean shaven. He also has a scar that runs the length of his neck from his earlobe to his collarbone.
No, after the interrogation.
Did he give an alias, something other than Mivich?
Not that I'm aware of.
When are we going to get that print out?
Expecting it any second now.
All right, Chairman. The final name. The one you so conveniently forgot. The one who made contact with you during your honeymoon in Chile.
Yes, I'd never seen him before.
He gave a name?
Fletcher. Ralph Fletcher. And before you even bother to ask me about specifics, I don't have any. Our meetings were brief, to the point, and left me with very little other than an extreme distaste for the man.
Why?
Why not? He ruined my honeymoon, didn't he?
I suppose he did.
Who else?
What do you mean, who else?
There must have been more contacts than just those three.
You already know the others. Gregory, Natalie, Ida, and the physicist.
And you don't know the physicist's name?
I already told you that. No, I don't know his name. I gave you his description. He left immediately for the homeland.
Who else?
very persistent, Mr. Ellsmo. There are no other names I can give you. I think I've made that pretty clear. You don't understand. I was kept in the dark most of the time about the plans, about the inner workings, even about who was heading the operation, for that matter.
You realize that that's the one name we are most interested in?
Yes, I realize that. I'm sorry I can't provide it.
Can't or won't, Mr. Chernin.
Do you honestly think that I'm withholding something from you? What reason would I have to do so at this point in time? I am already on the DVX hit list for the names I've given you. They can only kill me once, so why wouldn't I tell you everything I know?
It's a shame it's not enough.
I have done exactly as I said I do. I meant...
Look, I've got to check out these things first. Then I'll make a recommendation to the U.S. Attorney.
I can't do any more, Robert. I don't know anymore.
Grant, let's go.
Sounded sincere to me.
Is it everything he knows, Bill?
3 names, and only 2 of them offer any possibility.
Something.
Question is, what, if anything, was he holding back?
Excuse me. Mr. Ballantyne? Here's your printout.
Thanks, Ramsey.
Strike 2.
Could have predicted it.
Before we all get worked up about this, let's check it out and make sure it's absolutely true.
Robert, you're right. You know, this could be a trick. Maybe the DVX wants us to believe this, but it's not really true.
How do we find out?
I'll tell you how we find out. I get on the horn, I get my men to cross-reference, dig deeper, use every contact we've got.
We've got to find out.
Seems like a waste of time to me.
It will be only if Ballantyne and I are both wrong.
All right, Robert. You dig all you want to. But I'm beginning to believe that our friend is still more DVX spy Andre Chernin than he is loyal American Grant Putnam.
Where's Jake?
He went over to Kelly's to pick up some food. He thought this might be an occasion to celebrate. Judging by the look on your face, I guess he was wrong.
They're not satisfied, Grant.
No, of course they're not satisfied. I could go on in perpetuity and that group would never be satisfied.
Look, give them a break. They're at least checking into it.
You sure that Toporov is definitely back in the homeland?
For some time.
And what about Mivich?
Well, the computer's coughed up some rather disturbing news about him. We're double-checking its authenticity.
And when you say rather disturbing...
Well, look, let's hang in there, all right? Shouldn't be much longer. Damn, I should have kept my mouth shut.
I knew that this was going to happen, Robert. I knew it was going to happen. Nothing is enough. Nothing is ever going to be enough.
What? What happened?
They don't like what I told them.
Robert, we're looking into it.
Well, so they don't like it. So what? They wanted you to tell them what you know. You told them what you know. That's how you're going to get out of here.
Yeah, well, first they have to believe that what I told them is all I know.
Don't you worry about it. I'll make them believe it.
It's not just them, Jake. They all have to believe.
All right, the initial information has turned out to be correct. We've checked it and double-checked it. This guy Mivich, who secured your initial implantation here, has turned out to be conveniently dead.
How do you know?
Yes, how do you know? As you must realize, the DVX also often
Yeah,
pulls
I know. It was my first assumption, too.
But?
Mivich was killed while on another mission, as it turns out, by a WSB agent. The ID is positive, and he was buried on American soil. The man was Mivich.
2 down.
Yeah. 2 down. That leaves only Fletcher. Good old Ralph Fletcher. An agent who's probably no higher in rank than I. Just another peon who probably doesn't know as much as I do. Yeah, that does it, Jake. That pretty well clinches it. Just as I told you, I'm dead.
No alias. Real name's Fletcher. We're picking him up now.
Are we sure we've got the right Fletcher?
Oh, yeah, positive. We've traced his every step since he left South America. He's DVX, all right, but we don't have anything on him. His name's not in the file. It usually means that he's a lesser agent, maybe even a raw recruit. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to do much for us.
Guess our decision's made, then.
No, it isn't. Not till we dig deeper. To find why Mirich was truly dead, we've got to talk to this Fletcher first.
No, but Robert, his name isn't on our file. You know what that means?
Yeah, I know what it means. Maybe too insignificant to worry about. Perhaps too big to be on our files. This guy could be a gold mine.
Seems unlikely to me, considering the nature of his relationship with Grant.
Small potatoes again.
Well, look, the least we can do is just hang out till we make a decision on this.
All right, fine. I just hope we're not wasting all of our time on this.
But, Robert, do you really think that he's given us the whole truth?
Yes, I do.
Why? The man's an enemy agent. You were in the field too long to believe anything the enemy says, Robert.
It's not what he says, it's what he's done. He saved my wife, a close friend, and he's turned in the disc. A partner, he's also turning everybody else to do with this caper. Look, if that doesn't signify some kind of loyalty, I don't know what does.
I would agree with you, Robert, if the names that he mentioned meant anything.
One dead. One so small he's not even on the record books. One back in the motherland.
I think that if we're going to get out of this thing with any respect at all, we better move for immediate prosecution.
I agree.
Ted?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe Robert has a point about Fletcher. Maybe he is more than he seems.
This is unbelievable. You two are actually defending Chernin.
Look, the guy has a right to prove his innocence.
Why? Did he give Gerald any rights when he was plotting to kill him? Did he stop them from sending back the crucial half of the microfilm to the DVX? No, he didn't do anything until he realized he was going to have to save his own life. Any cooperation that we are seeing here is obviously just for show.
Well, you may well be right, but we're going to wait anyway.
Until when?
Until Fletcher is questioned, until we come up with something definite.
It's a waste of time.
Yes, and so is your arguing.
All right. I suggest we all relax. We're stuck with each other for a while. We might as well make a stab at civility.
All right, but this is it. If Fletcher doesn't work out, Chernin fries. Agreed? Agreed.
The arrest has been made.
Where?
Fletcher's home. They're interrogating him now. First report is he may be just a courier.
Courier?
What the hell good is that?
However, nothing is verified. We won't know anything definite until tomorrow morning. So, may I suggest, gentlemen, that we all go home and get some sleep? There isn't a hell of a lot left of this night, but there is a little bit.
Yeah, my wife will certainly appreciate that.
We'll decide what to do tomorrow when we're fresher.
Fine. But I call it a good con job. I mean, if Grant were loyal, he wouldn't have batted an eye about naming those names.
Look, I think we've got a spot of confusion here. The guy is torn between two loyalties, and he can't yield to either.
Then how do you explain what's happened now? I mean, 3 virtually useless names.
I can't explain it. Nobody can.
I can. Andrei Chernin is a DVX spy. He was when he came into this town. He is still. He probably always will be. Good night, gentlemen.
Get some sleep.
Yeah.